The Other Side Media Group and 91X now present The Other Side Radio Show, a program about people who make a difference from all walks of life in Quinte and beyond. And now here are your hosts, Jeremy and Joshua Davis.
Hi, and welcome again to The Other Side Live. I'm Jeremy T. Davis, along with our special guest, Miss Victoria Hamilton is back in the house. Welcome back to our show. It's wonderful to have you here today, Victoria. Now, if I can first start out by asking you, Victoria, for the people who may not remember, can you take us back and tell our listeners how you got into music and performing arts in the first place, and what satisfaction that having a career like that gives you?
Thanks, Jeremy. I first got into singing back when I lived in Peterborough. I was in the musical theatre, and I performed in Les Miserables, and the producers were St. James Players, and that's really where I fell in love with theatre, because I've mainly done musical theatre, but I've been recently performing around Belleville. I've done some night kitchen performances at the Belleville Theatre Guild, and I've done lots of karaoke nights at the 116 Bistro here where we're recording, and some open mics. But recently I'm back on stage, going to be back on stage in Cabaret the Musical in Picton next fall, so I'm very excited. I just got that casting last week, and I think music just makes me feel good, and that's what keeps me coming back to it, because it brings happiness to me, and when I sing, people don't tend to run away, so that's always good.
Well, yes, that's definitely a good review, and Josh would say that too if he were here. He couldn't be here today as he had hoped, but we will have you back. And yes, we've known each other. We were just recalling before we went to air today. I believe our very first show that we did with you was the pre-pandemic era, and that was at the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson. And, it seems longer in terms of knowing you, but also since the pandemic, because so much has happened. But we commend you for the fact that you keep moving forward. You're chasing your passion. Now, you mentioned right off the top a moment ago that you will be returning to the stage in a very special production, Cabaret. Now, I had to ask, as the host and one of the producers here on The Other Side Live, were you surprised or shocked to get that phone call back? I know it must have been one of your happiest moments, but how did it make you feel when you got the call back to be one of the prestigious performers in the upcoming Cabaret in the county?
It was great. It was, I guess it was a good surprise, but I also felt very confident after my audition, because the production team gave me very good reviews for my audition, and I got called for a callback to dance for being in the chorus, or Kit Kat Girl, and we had a great experience at the callback as well. And I ended up getting cast in the chorus for Cabaret, which is going to be very exciting. It's a very great group of people, the Shatterbox Theatre group out in Picton. And it was a great moment to get that notification that they want me in their show and to return back to the stage after quite a long hiatus, because my last musical was in 2015. So I'm quite ready to return to the stage.
Well, absolutely, and you will have to let us know so we can post it on Other Side Media, socials, and so on about the details about Cabaret, and it would be lovely for Joshua and I and the whole family to be able to catch one of those performances if our schedule allows. I know I know your husband, Ian, was very proud of your tremendous accomplishment too, if I can say that, if I can be so bold. I saw on socials you went out for a celebratory dinner already, and well deserved. Congratulations. So, and we'll have you back, and we'll talk how this big venture and that production goes. Now, one of the reasons why Joshua and I wanted to have you back on the show at this particular time in the year. Oh gosh, where does the year go? You wonder, a person wonders. And the festive, the Christmas, the holiday season is yet coming up and will be fast approaching. And with it, many different events throughout the city, both charitable and otherwise, come along with it. You will be performing and doing many different things, I'm sure, one of which you have agreed. You were one of the first performers to line up and agree to come and be part of the Other Side Media Group's annual Christmas festivities, in support of the Gleaners Tri-County Food Bank, any monetary donations or any donations of food and other essentials that they need is accepted, as well as donations for the Belleville Professional Firefighters Toy Drive. This is an event that is near and dear to our hearts. We have been doing it for many years at different venues, and it has had different themes or different incarnations over the years. And this year's event will be taking place on Thursday evening, December the 7th, at Cafe Sans Souci in downtown Belleville. That's 240 Front Street, and that's not too far down from the Front Street Dollar, where the old Giant Tiger used to be, and Cafe Sans Souci. Before that establishment, it was the 10th Ox and Shoppers before that, years ago, as a kid. And so we're going to be doing that, and also any donations, if desired, to Other Side Media's, community outreach would be greatly appreciated. It will be 7 p.m. to close. You're going to be doing some performing. So can you just tell us a little bit about some of your musical offerings you might do, and what it makes you feel like to be a part of it again, and the fact that we want to also say that we want the public and the individuals to know out there we still have spaces available for musicians or talent to be involved. So please message us, contact us, and be part of the show. It's open to everyone, free admission and just donations, and we'll go from there. So just tell us what you're hoping to bring to it and what it feels like to be part of the event.
It feels great to be asked to participate in such a wonderful event, and I'm hoping to bring a selection of Christmas classics and maybe some more modern Christmas songs that people might not know, but haven't fully decided on my song selection as of yet, but I've got some great ones on my list, so I'm really excited to be a part of this, and it means so much to me to share music with everyone at this special time of year.
Absolutely, and I see Josh has entered the building here. So, yes, well, we are honored and filled with a great deal of gratitude that you have, lined up and that you'll be part of the show this year. You also said your friend and fellow performer, Mackenzie Bennett, if I can say, has agreed to come, and Joe Salatolo, if he and Shirley, as long as they get back from Cuba in time, and many others have expressed interest. So stay tuned. We'll have posters and details out shortly, and we'll go from there. Now, growing up, Victoria, what does Christmas mean to you, and how has it changed in your life? I know you recently got married, and so can you tell us about that, and we'll go from there.
Well, growing up, Christmas was always spent surrounded by my family, my parents, and my 3 siblings, and it's always been about sharing that time of year with the ones you love, and whether that be friends, family, but for me it was mainly my family, and we'd have great traditions of eating lots of food, singing Christmas carols, and just spending time together. Lots of turkey and Christmas. Yeah, and Christmas Eve we have a seafood feast. Actually, we have lobster, shrimp, Caesar salad. That's our tradition, and we sing carols around the piano. And that's been a part of my life since I can remember. My sister played the piano, and I would sing with her with my family. And now, like you said, I was recently married about a year and a half ago to my wonderful husband, Ian. And now I share Christmas with him, and I've shared many Christmases with him already. We've been together almost 10 years. And we look forward to spending this Christmas together with my family and his family, and just being together and sharing the joy of the season.
Well, absolutely, Victoria, and that's something that Josh and I and all our family echo throughout each festive Christmas time of year. Just spending good quality time with your friends, family, extended family, and those that you love. And before we go into our first Other Side live song here, and as you said, we're at the beautiful Smoking 116 Bistro in downtown Belleville here today, and we talked about you're going to be one of the headliners at our Christmas event, and the theme and all the details announced soon, but it's our annual Christmas event. And this year it will be, because the bistro had a double booking, it will be at Cafe San Souci in downtown Belleville. But we're going to have other events here too in the future. Now, what would you say to anyone out there listening to this broadcast today who, wants to get in the festive spirit, wants to give back, wants to make this Christmas or holiday season, however they celebrate, or whatever religious tradition they celebrate, as the best it can be, but they're sad, depressed, lonely. Their loved ones have either moved away or passed on. We usually say try and keep the memory alive. Any advice for those individuals to walk them through a time that should be joyous, but can be a difficult, challenging time for some?
For sure, yeah. It can be a wonderful time of year, but also can be very difficult for those who find themselves alone over the holidays. But for me, it always helps when you think about doing something nice for someone else. Like if you look at someone else, and whether you're feeling really sad that day or not at your best, if you look at what can I do to make someone else smile. And there's so many people who need cheering up, and I feel like if you're feeling down but you do something nice for someone else, that can really help you to feel a little bit better. And even if that's just, pay someone a compliment, say, I really like your outfit today, or something small like that. I think for me it helps to lift my spirits when I'm feeling not my best. And if you can, sing some Christmas carols, because whether or not you're a singer or not, I think it always helps to sing some holiday favorites. And if you don't like Christmas carols, just sing any song. But if you don't want to sing, you know what? Feel how you feel, because you are allowed to feel that way, but hopefully you can find some joy over this holiday season.
Now, Victoria, can you remember a time when you were a kid going up to the mall and greeting Santa Claus and asking him for that favorite toy or not?
I'm not sure if I actually went to see Santa Claus at the mall, but my dad had Santa come to one of his work Christmas parties. And I definitely remember going up there, and I definitely remember being very nervous as to what I was going to say to Santa Claus. And I honestly have no idea what I said, but it was some kind of toy, some kind, maybe like a Barbie dream house, I don't know, something exciting, but I remember being very nervous. Santa Claus was intimidating, but yeah.
We had Santa come to our house every year, and he had classy threads every year. I can remember one year he had us on his lap and in the great big wicker chair, and we were all set up for a picture. This was you, Jerry, and me, and Missy, and Mom was taking a picture of Santa and all of us, and the wicker chair broke and went into the tree. It looked like something from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I know we've shared that before, but it's such a classic. And you would have to be there. It's worth repeating. But we want to get some music in here first, and then we'll go back to the talk. You want to first start off with, let's get people in the festive Christmas holiday mood spirit. So you want to start off with a Christmas classic, I do believe, Victoria Hamilton. So take it away here live at the Smokin' 116 Bistro.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen, but do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeers loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, ho, 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 Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeers loved him, and they shouted out with glee, hooray! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Well, if that doesn't get you in the holiday mood, I don't know what does. So thank you very much, Victoria. And again, I just want to thank you that you'll be one of the performers on Thursday evening, December 7th at Sun Susie's in downtown Belleville, or San Susie, some people say it that way. Other Side Media annual Christmas event.
Christmas mingle.
And so more details, 7 till close. Thank you to Greg Sheraton and his staff for hosting us at that beautiful venue. More details to come. Watch for posters and social.
As the holiday season comes closer, what does it mean to you?
Well, the holidays give us a time to reflect, obviously, on the year past and you know, what we were able to, for me, it's what we were able to achieve to help one another and also to make some beautiful memories with our family, friends, our extended family, and those that we love. But it also gives us an opportunity to just slow down and takes gives us a chance to reflect on some cherished memories and what and our hopes and dreams for the future. So that's my opinion. Anyway, that's the Cliff Notes.
So, what I remember of some fond Christmas memories is opening up those great Christmas presents Christmas morning. Usually, we would always get some cozy pajamas and lots of candy and music and and movies and stuff. But more than just the presents was, like you said, the family and friends around and just listening to the grand old music and stuff. That really warms your heart. And then we would go to both grandparents and spend time with them too. And
Absolutely.
that was definitely something we always liked cherishing. I can remember the last Christmas with Grandma Dora and Grandpa Carl in the house together, and he would have all the fixings, and he would always have that famous turkey roll and stuff, and cranberry sauce, and always have the tree in the window and the lights on the windows, and we'd always to this day we've kept up this tradition. We've always go out to the Frankfurt Santa Claus parade, and that is a beautiful little parade. It's one of the very few that is still in the afternoon, but there's something about an afternoon parade that is just lights up a little town.
Well, Josh wants to do a poem, and then we will do. We'll see what we can fit in for another song, or have another song on our socials as well, if that's all right. And we'll have you back real soon. So, what would you like to favor us with? Something festive, I would presume.
Yes, definitely, Jeremy. I'd like to do this poem for you entitled Advent's Rose. In the silence of the winter's rain, I'm compounded in the field of dreams once again. Denouncing its hibernation, my one rose always young has a Christmas awakening. As I skate around the ambiance of the Christmas starry lights, I notice the nightingale takes flight, sings to me in her heart's delight. I'm searching for the perfect Christmas tree. The evergreen branches are so lovely and peaceful to look at as I take my chances, as love sometimes sits on fences. As I skate forward through a snowdrift song, I realize my one rose, always young, is following along. For what happened to me of the stem cells of the roses that glow that was with me just the season before. I'm now walking on icicles. My legs are frozen with fury, but I'm not weary. I'm in the hush of the field of dreams, and still my one rose always young gleams. Advent's Rose.
Well, that was beautiful. But why don't we take this show out on a high note with a little walking in a winter wonderland? Shall we, Victoria?
How about we do Jingle Bells?
Okay, Jingle Bells it is.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Through the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha, bells on bobtail, making spirits bright. What fun it is to light and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride. As soon as Fanny Bright was seated by my side, the horse was lean and lank.
Oh,
There we go, jingle bells, everybody.
well, that's just a little taste of what you will hear. So this has been The Other Side Live, one of our first festive holiday editions of the season. I'm Jeremy T. Davis.
I'm Joshua Davis, and I just got back from the North Pole, and everything looks like it's on schedule for the big ride into Belleville. I'm coming up for the big Santa Claus parade coming. So
Absolutely. or the parades throughout the region. But we will see you on December 7th at the beautiful Cafe San Souci for the Other Side Media's annual community Christmas event. All welcome, 7 p.m. till close. See you there. Admissions free, donations for Gleaners and the toy drive, and Other Side accepted. Thank you. Catch you later. Bye for now. Merry Christmas.
The Other Side Radio Show is a production of the Other Side Media Group in association with 91X. You can connect on Facebook at the Other Side Media Group, Instagram at Jeremy Tyler Davis, or on YouTube at Jeremy T. Davis, Belleville, Ontario for on-demand episodes and more. Tune in next week for another episode of the Other Side Radio Show.